Hello, Scorpio Sun, Aries Rising. It is time for your year ahead reading. We're going to start off with a little bit of astrology though. With an Aries Rising, that means what you show to the world is that Aries Mars energy. You come off as somebody who's very passionate about the things, about life, about whatever they're doing. You make bold decisions. You seem to be fearless and at the same time fiercely protective of those that you love. You also may come off or have your energy may be very active and people perceive you as always doing something, even though sometimes you may be taking a break or being a little standoffish. You can also are very good at sensing the room and acting the way you need to or responding to the energy of the room. Now with that Aries rising, that means your sun is most likely in the 8th house. That is not true for everybody, but we're going with the 8th house sun sign. This is the house that is naturally ruled by Scorpio. So your sense of self-identity is very strongly tied to your Scorpio sun. The 8th house is all about things that the taboo subjects, the occult, death, taxes, other people's money. You may be somebody who's into estate planning or at least investigating those types of things. Maybe even like forensic accounting or something like that. Or into the occult, the metaphysical arts. You are not afraid to dig into the things that other people are a little afraid of. You'll boldly go there. You're naturally curious about that. All right, let's do your cards now. I'm going to pull 12 cards. I'm going to call them 1 through 12, but your starting month is November of 2024. So that's what the first card will be. And then I'll also pull a card from the bottom of the deck. So starting off here, we have card 1, which is November, 2, 3, and then card 4, 5, and 6, and then card 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And then just once to go over the months for you. This would be November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, and October. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant. So this is a year of some significant growth for you, just based on that back of the deck card. And let me see quickly what other cards we have here. You have the Justice card, the Fortitude card, and then we're balanced as far as the elements go. So pretty balanced here, but a lot of growth, internal growth, a lot of curiosity. Maybe you're learning something. Maybe you're going back to school in this year. There's definitely something where you're working with some sort of expert. Now I'm looking at the back of the deck card here. Somebody who is known as an authority in their field of study or whatever it is that they do. It could be a professor. It could be a lawyer. It could be a business leader, a community leader. It could be a police officer. They know all the rules and the regulations. They are expert in this area. You need to learn all of this before you can decide how you want to move within those parameters. So first you are the student, and by the end of the year you may become the teacher, but for now, for the majority of this year, it's all about learning and figuring out how the system works, essentially. That's going to be the key for you as you're moving throughout the year. All right, now let's get into your months. So starting here with month 1, which is November of 2024, we have the Page of Cups. There is this feeling, this is the energy of somebody who is young, naive, very curious about the world, no experience though, no education, just ready to go, ready to try things. A wild imagination, because this is cups. They could also be very emotional and cause drama, but that's just because they're very young. They're not fully developed yet. So this feels like somebody you may be working with or dealing with a lot here in this month is that young energy. Maybe they're causing some drama or they're trying to work through things and figuring out how life is working, why things are happening the way that they're happening. So you may be there just to comfort them, or you may be there to help guide them through the experiences that they're having as maybe a mentor or possibly a parent or a guardian. But the Page of Cups, again, young, very wild imagination, and very high and lows as far as the emotions go. So it's a little bit of a chaotic energy, but this is where you could shine with that Scorpio, deep waters of the Scorpio, is with helping this person navigate whatever problem that they are facing here in this month. And then we have the Ten of Wands in month 2. Tens are an indication of an end of a cycle. And this, to me, is indicating that you are tired of letting other people's things hold you back. You are tired of carrying the responsibility for everybody else. You are tired of being the one who's being held back by your sense of responsibility. And you're ready to let go. You're ready to say, no, this is yours. Here you go. You take that. I'm getting rid of these things that are mine. I no longer wish to hold on to those. I release those. You're freeing yourself up, lightening the load so that you can do the things that you really want to do. So you can focus on your life and your passions and not those of the others. You can't keep carrying that burden. It's just going to bring you down. And then here in month 3, we have the Seven of Cups. You have some options now that are open to you that probably weren't until you released and let go of some of these responsibilities that you didn't need to have. You have the time now to focus on the things that you want. And this whole new world feels like it's opening up before you. Your life is just beginning is what it feels like to me. There's a sense of a fresh start. And now I need to make some choices here because you can't do everything. You don't want to overburden yourself again. You have to be selective in what it is that you want to do. And the best way to make this choice is using that intuitive energy of yours, tapping into your feelings and how it feels to you. Does it feel right for you right now? Some things may feel right, but they may not feel right now. They may be something that you could do later. Where do you want to focus your energy now? Again, trust those emotions. It does not have to make practical sense here. There doesn't have to be any logic applied to it. It just needs to feel right for you at this time. So consider that when these options come up, and maybe wait a few weeks into the month before you start contemplating the options, because it feels like a few of them are only going to come up. It's not all going to be right there at the front of the month. It's going to be by mid-month or so. You may know what all the options are, and then you can take your time figuring out what it is you actually want out of those by the end of that month. And then here in month 4, we encounter the King of Swords. So this is a masculine energy. This is going to be probably a person in your life. This is somebody who is based purely on logic. A lot of the way they talk, the things that they do, what they do for work, and how they communicate is going to be focused mainly on logic and facts. And maybe they're very, very good at planning. They may know the law and things like that. This could potentially, maybe they're tied to this Hierophant type energy here. But this feels like an advisor, somebody you may go to help you with life planning or planning what your next move is at the job. Maybe it's based on what the decisions you make here. I don't even know that you know this person up until this month and until you make this choice here. And that's when you go seeking this person, this advisor, this expert in this area who can help you come up with a plan or seek out for advice anyway. It could be legal advice too. It could have to do with contracts. So maybe somebody who can help you put together a contract or determine if this contract is beneficial to you. But again, it's a person, probably more masculine, at least masculine energy, and very directive in how they communicate, and very, very much zero emotion in this connection. It's all about the facts. It's all about the business with this person. And it could be, now that I'm looking at the next month, that it is in fact a lawyer and may have to do with a contract, because we have the Justice card. This is a major arcana card, and this card is all about, it can be about karma, it can be about retribution, but it is balancing the scales. So if there has been maybe an open legal matter or has to do with legal paperwork in some way, this may be the month where maybe you're working with an arbitrator in some way. Maybe that's what this person was. but a decision is reached so that you're going to have closure on this. Close the book on it. Everybody is satisfied with the outcome, maybe not 100% happy, but satisfied with what was come up with a compromise, whatever it is. This matter gets closed, it gets settled, and it's no longer hanging over your head. It's no longer something you have to consider. There's no future court dates. It's done, it's over, finito. And you're now able to move on and put this part of your life behind you, whatever this is related to here. It's a sense of, again, closure and relief. I'm getting a lot of relief here. Balance being restored for you, from your perspective at least. Things, rights being wrong, or wrongs being righted. Or at least, you know, you can live with the outcome. And then you're going to put it behind you right away because you don't even want to deal with it anymore. You may block all parties that were involved and just be done with it, but you're glad it's over. Tension is eased. All right. And then in month 6, we have the Two of Wands. Now you're planning for the future. Now you're excited about something, some things that you could do now that maybe you couldn't do before until this was resolved. There's potential again for you. There is a desire to maybe plan a vacation, maybe start a new hobby, maybe get fit and maybe take dancing classes or new fitness classes or get involved with yoga. Do something physical, something that is very active for you. Travel is a big, strong one with this card a lot of times. So you may be thinking about where you want to go, when you want to go, who you want to go with, how you're going to get there, etc., etc., etc. Coming up with a plan for how you can make this happen, how you can make this a part of your life. Setting up goals for the future with a sense of anticipation and excitement. Because now you're free to do it, where something may have been holding you back before. And then we come down here with the Knight of Cups. So this is going to be another person that's around you, again with a masculine energy. But the Knight of Cups is a little bit of kind of a flirt. They're a fly-by-night kind of energy. They're not permanent in your life. This is all about having fun and enjoying the moment and be present in the moment. Laughter. This could even be somebody maybe you know as is in the periphery of your acquaintances and stuff. That maybe there's interest on both sides, but this person is not ready to settle down right now. So if this is somebody you may be interested in, once they're ready, once they're done spreading their wings, so to speak, you could try to stay in touch with them, but just know that they're not ready to settle down yet. They're just having a good time. They are exploring the world. They are all about meeting new people and just being there in the moment. Spreading joy. They don't really want a lot of drama. They could cause drama. They won't avoid the drama. Not yet. They're not fully evolved yet. Let's put it that way. They are not yet fully evolved. You are much more progressed than they are. So don't get caught up in the momentary thing and thinking this is going to be a long-term connection. It's transitory at this point in time. So enjoy yourself. Treat it with that kind of a sense of fun and carefree energy. And then here we have the Fortitude card. This is another major arcana card, and this is all about embracing both our light and our dark side. This is how I'm reading it right now. We all have that inner fierceness, right? The dark side, the things where we'll do things to protect people, or if we get angry, we may lash out. There's a sense now, though, of control where you're not, that's still a part of you. And you acknowledge that this is just a part of who you are, but it's a little bit more tame. It's ready to burst free when it needs to be burst free, when it's necessary, but it's not as out of control or in an out of control way anymore. It's going to be something that is much more measured and targeted and not something that is going to necessarily get you sent to jail. You're considering things before you take action and not just lashing out in the moment because you're hurt. You have the ability now, you have the control now to take a step back, really analyze the situation before you decide how you want to proceed. And that has to do with embracing, again, both sides of you. Yes, you can be very friendly, you can be very outgoing, very forgiving of those that you love. At the same time, there can be maybe a strong well of resentment in you sometimes that you have now recognized, and maybe you recognize why that happens, why you feel that way. And you're like, okay, well, now I understand my shadow. I accept that that is a part of me. I recognize that's what's happening when I feel this way. And I can choose to respond whichever way I want to in the moment as is appropriate for me. You're embracing all of you, the wholeness of you, both your light and your dark, and giving yourself a lot of self-compassion and recognizing that inner strength, which is where some of that shadow is part of your inner strength. Okay. In month 9, we have this Two of Cups. Twos are all about commitments, connections. You're meeting somebody here in this month that you really feel a connection with. There is the potential for romance. This could also have to do with your business opportunity or something to do with contracts in some way. But for the majority of you, this feels like it's a new person in your life and you're open at this time. You're feeling good about yourself. You're feeling stable emotionally, mentally, in your life in general. You're in a good place and you're ready to meet somebody that maybe you might want to commit to, that you want to get to know better. This is a month of being open to that and saying yes and meeting this person and getting to know them and letting them get to know you to see if this is something that you want to pursue. Is that potential really there? There is a sense of excitement and anticipation in this too. Maybe a little bit of nervous energy, but the need to trust how you're feeling in the moment and to be open about what it is you want out of the future so that you can communicate that clearly with this other person to see if you're both on the same page or not. This is all about getting to know somebody else on a deeper level, maybe getting intimately as far as conversation goes, getting to know them on an intimate level that way. Understanding what makes them tick, understanding what they want, maybe out of a partner. Does it mesh with what you would want out of a partner? But you have to share your wants verbally, not just suggest it. Be candid about what you expect. And so should they. They'll return that energy. All right. Oops. And then in month 10, we have the Four of Coins. So this is a card indicating maybe a little bit of penny pinching. Maybe there's a little fear around lack, about wondering if you have enough to do something, wondering if you need to save more. There's a little bit of, I'm feeling a little bit of scrambling to do something or to get something together. But there is a sense of, I need to hold on to this. I can't do this. I can't. You can't see me. I can't do this. I don't want to give up my savings. I want to keep putting more money in there. But part of the purpose, and this does not feel like, it feels like this is like the bonus savings account, the splurge account, if you will. I don't know if that makes sense. It might make sense to somebody. But this is the account, maybe you were saving up for that vacation, but now you don't want to spend money on the vacation. Now you're trying to hold it back because there's a fear in you for some reason. Maybe it has to do with childhood or something that happened in the past, that if you don't keep putting more money in savings and keep hoarding your money in a way, that you'll run out. But that is just a fear. This is where you need to probably do some work with your chakras. You need to step into that to find out what is the root cause of this now. What part of my shadow is this about? Why am I feeling like I need to constrict my life instead of expand it? Because I feel like this could also prevent allowing this other person in. If you're trying to keep this part of your life super private and tight. Now, yes, it may not be time to tell them about that, but you should not withhold yourself from the potential of this relationship because you have a worry or a fear around money. So just be aware that maybe that might be one of your relationship blockers, and that's something you're going to have to work through and pay attention to here in month 10. In month 11, we have the Ace of Cups, and now this month we are feeling a sense of freedom and excitement and anticipation, and we're in love with love. This may be a month where you are really, really, really overflowing with feelings of joy and excitement about the future, and maybe your intuition is even on overdrive and throwing a bunch of different synchronicities at you. And you're just in awe of the moment. You are, oh man, it's an overflowing, your heart is overflowing in anticipation of the feelings that you're having. Maybe this is the first time that you ever truly feel like you're having a crush on somebody, like you are ready or willing to deeply emotionally connect with another person. And it can be scary, it can feel overwhelming, but it also brings a sense of wonder with it, and excitement and anticipation. And you want to embrace that, you want to bring that deeper into your life. So this maybe you guys didn't hang out much here because you needed to work through this yourself. But maybe now you're willing to open up here in month 11 a little bit more. Maybe this is where you guys actually officially start dating or hanging out or do something that makes you an actual couple or brings you guys together. Maybe this is a month you sign contracts, whatever it is. If this had to do with a business partnership, this may be the month that you're open now to signing contracts and you're anticipating what the potential of this connection and what it means to you and how you feel about it is really good. And again, the word exciting keeps pushing forward. And then in month 12, we have the 9 of Coins. Now, this is a card that indicates great success. You are in a good place. You are happy with where you're at. You're feeling a sense of gratitude for the life that you have built for yourself, for the work that you do, for your home. Be present with that. Sit with that kind of energy. You want to keep that feeling of success, of accomplishment with you. Take time to recognize that. Take time to honor it. And definitely sit with that sense of gratitude. And enjoy it. Celebrate it. Actively celebrate it in some way. So that you can bring more of it in. All right. Scorpio Sun, Aries Rising. That is what I have for your year ahead. Please hit the like button. Please share this video with others. Please subscribe to help me grow my channel. And comment below to get that YouTube algorithm going. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you later.